Hello, my name is Brock Mickley, and this is my argument on why Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time when it comes to basketball. So here's some background on Michael. He was born in Brooklyn, New York. He was cut from his JV team in high school. He played college basketball for the University of North Carolina and won, I believe, one championship there. Was drafted with the third overall pick by the Chicago Bulls in 1984 and was there in Chicago until early 2000. Now to go over what the qualifications are for someone to be considered the GOAT or the greatest of all time. Uh, you must be their best at your respective position and excel at all aspects of the game, not just one part of your respective sport. So Michael is one of the best scorers, defenders, and teammates to ever play the game at the shooting guard position. He was confident in your game, but without the prideful and boastful attitude. And Michael was so confident in his game, and he knew how good he was, but wasn't bragging about his status all the time. In fact, he rarely did. How you carry yourself outside of the game, many superstar athletes have not taken care of themselves outside of their sport, hurting their status. And Michael has created his own brand, the Jordan brand. He owns an NBA team, the Charlotte Hornets, and is one of the most respected figures in the game of basketball off the court. Now here's some of his most notable stats from his career. In just his third season out of college, he averaged 37.1 points in 40 minutes a game, which is very impressive for a basketball player. Jordan only failed to score 20 or more points in the playoffs only 6 times in the 179 playoff games that he played in, showing that he came up big in the biggest of moments. Jordan led the league in scoring for the regular season on 10 separate occasions. The lowest of those seasons, he averaged 28.7 points a game. And he was a man known for big games. His biggest took place on March 28th, 1990, when he dropped 69 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and a block, which is probably one of the most impressive stat lines I have ever seen in my life. Here is another slide on why Michael is the GOAT. Michael won 6 championships in his time in the NBA. Not only did he win those 6 against great teams, went undefeated in his finals appearances. He helped his team secure an NBA record, 72 wins in a season, and won the NBA championship that same year. That record stood until recently in the 2016 Warriors won 73 games in a season out of the 82. He was one of the most clutch players of all time with many highlights to prove. Jordan was 9 of 18 over his career, while the rest of the NBA sits at 27.8% with the game on the line, showing that Michael Jordan was 50% over his career for hitting clutch shots. And his career high average a game includes 37.1 points a game, 8 assists a game, 8 rebounds a game, 3.2 steals a game, and 1.6 blocks a game. Now, this next slide shows a great example of the clutch that MJ has. So in this clip, the Bulls are down 86-85 in Game 7 of the 98 finals, and the Bulls give it to Michael, and he does the rest. The shot would be given the nickname of the last shot, as it was one of the last that Michael would ever take in an NBA Finals.
Jordan a drive, hangs, fires, yes! Scores! He scores! The Bulls lead 87-86. Oh my.
So in conclusion, Michael Jordan was one of the most competitive guys to ever play in the league and was one of the greatest all-around players to ever play in the biggest league in the world. He retired, in air quotes, twice and still won 6 championships and was elected to the All-Star team 14 times in his career. He cared about his teammates and made them all better at the same time. And he has created a successful brand and continues to involve himself in the NBA community by owning an NBA team and giving takes on the modern NBA.